Hello, my name is Dewald. Back in 2001, I had a motorcycle accident which left me with a brachial plexus injury. What that means is that I'm completely disabled in my left arm in terms of movement and sensation. Uh, I can't feel anything in my left arm. It also left me with a chronic pain, which they called a phantom pain. Um, it's like constant cramps and burning, and I'm sure you all who are watching this video um, and looking for answers and how others feel know what I'm talking about. Uh, the purpose of this video is basically just to share my experience and to give you guys hope and also to let you guys know that I know that what you guys are going through, and for all those with this type of disease, that you're not alone. There's others in the world that knows exactly what you're going through. There's certain type of challenges that you will be facing if you new to this type of injury, if I can put it that way. Um, that I'm also going to try and inspire you and give you a message of hope and um, things that I went through in life, the way I dealt with it, situations which I came across with. Experiences, something simple like going to a swimming pool and having a swim. That on its own had its own challenges. Eating, um, dealing with this disability is not a joke. Um, but there is hope. There is a life that you can live to your fullest extent. There's stuff that I've been on, trips that I've made, things that I've built. For example, this table behind me right here, I've built. Uh, um, I had my father-in-law um, help me to build it, but that is something that I've built using just one hand, 5 fingers. It's the in terms of ability, yes, I might be disabled, but in terms of this disability ability, you're not hindered. There is ways to do certain things. Behind me is my workshop, which I spent a lot of time building stuff, doing stuff, keeping myself busy. I mean, life doesn't stop. Life continues. Um, there's If you're single and you're concerned about not being able to meet somebody, that's purely a lie from the devil himself. There's people out there who are destined to meet you, and you know, I met that person, and I ended up marrying her, and we now got a daughter. And just raising children is a challenge on its own. How would you handle a small person, a baby, only using one hand? But I can guarantee you that there is ways to do it, and I believe that I was quite successful up to this stage. I've done quite a few nappy changes, uh, and yes, you might get your fingers a bit dirty, but that's part of the game. Even able-bodied people or persons get their hands dirty sometimes. It's there's nothing new to it, but there is a life beyond your disability. There's life beyond your accident. Um, I I do I I do I do feel bad about what happened to you as a person watching this video having a disability. I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly in terms of pain, how you feel. um, I am where you are. We're on the same, um, I can say, platform, if I can put it that way. I also have a friend, and we can share stories, and he's a shoulder to cry on, and I'm a shoulder to cry on from his end. And look, till still to this day, after 5 years since he had his accident, we're still friends, and we can still share our challenges. We can share uh, our stories in terms of how we dealt with certain things and how we're not coping, and then one is there to inspire the other ones. And I think this is a way, this video is a way of extending that support platform. I'm sure there's a lot of people doing this sort of thing, but I'm sure that I'm also a great contributor, and I can be a great contributor to those who are looking for answers, so looking for suggestions, looking um, for somebody that just knows exactly what you're going through. I mean, you can't expect your family and your friends, those who are able-bodied persons, to exactly understand what you're going through. And this is also another person, me. I can give them some perspective of what they're going through, and they can understand. I mean, employers, they can access information that I'm willing to share, so that they know exactly if it's in terms of, if I have to go back to my friend. I mean, he was injured on duty, and their employers doesn't exactly know what he's going through. So if there's an HR person looking on YouTube and not to confront him and ask him in person what he's going through, but accessing a video like this, for instance, and they can really learn and understand what a person with a disability, especially when he has chronic pain, what is exactly going through, and how to deal with that person. I mean, I've came across a lot of situations, especially in the corporate world, where I was faced with a certain challenge, and at that moment, let's call it seizures, because the pain fluctuates, and one day it's bad, and when you're stressing, especially, it's even worse, the pain. um, how I learned to deal with it, and say, listen, especially when you're working in like a team environment, not to lash out at a person once you have this, because I mean, it's simple. If you bash your toe against a brick, I mean, you're not friendly at that moment. It's not like if you're smiling and laughing. And it's the same with us. I mean, once you have that big seizure type pain moment, and when you're in a situation where people expect a sort of answer and a response from you, and at that moment you have you 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 have you're experiencing this extreme pain. I mean, it's at that moment where I just say, listen, guys, look, I can't deal with this situation right now. Just give me a second or a minute, just to cool down, or please understand. Do not take my response, especially when I look, I made my mistakes. I didn't respond always in a positive manner. I mean, it's just human. And then, yeah, just to deal with those sort of situations, I can share those stories. Um, well, obviously in future videos, but I would like to hear from you. I would like to know, see your comments on this video, and yeah, I'm here to support you. I'm not doing this for fun. I'm doing because I feel there's a purpose for everyone going through this sort of situation. Let's I, I, I truly think that there's not a lot of support in this world at this stage, So if I had a YouTube to go on to 12 years ago, where I can see somebody going through the exact same thing, it would have blessed me. But I'm gonna do this for you. um, I'm gonna share what I went through. I'm gonna just put myself out there on the spot. And look, it's yeah, it's not working. So yeah, I do understand what you're going through. Let me help you. Let me drop me a comment. I'll respond if I can. Um, but I will respond. I mean, I feel I'm mandated to give a response, and I want to give a response. I want to inspire you. I want to tell you, look, it's gonna be okay. Uh, there is You have a life to live. There is a beautiful life to live. It's not the end of the world. You will survive through this. you will make sorry you will make a success out of your life. It's not all doom and gloom. There's hope, and I wish to spread that message of hope to you and extend that message of hope. Thank you. Please subscribe to this channel. Please leave a comment. If you like this video, please like it. And I'm doing this for you, and you only.